Hello. Today we are going to walk you through creating new customers and also adding contact details for the customers and also to showcase you how the customer dashboard is going to look like. In this video, we will explain you step by step on the below mentioned features such as adding and importing customers, how the customer dashboard is going to look like, and also under the customer section, we will be giving you a summary of what all features are available. Let's head to altraCRM dashboard. Under the altraCRM dashboard, the third section is the customers and contacts section. Once you click on it, it will lead you to the customer section where, as you can see, all the existing customer details will be showcased right over here. You can see the company name, the primary contact, email and phone number, whether the customer is active or no, also which group does this customer belong to, and also the date created. On top, you can see a quick customer summary of how many total customers, how many active customers are there, inactive customers, active contacts, inactive contacts, and also contacts logged in today. You can also click on this particular toggle button, wherein if you wish to exclude inactive customers, you can check on that. Now, as you can see, there are a couple of customers wherein this active toggle is switched off. That means this customer Dana event solutions are not active anymore. So if in case you want to switch them active, all you need to do is click on this toggle button. Similarly, you can also click on the toggle again to make them inactive. You can also filter all these by clicking on this button. You can filter the customers by assigned to me, wherein this particular user which all customers have been assigned to them will be filtered. Similarly, you can also filter them based on the groups. Now let's say I have selected finance consultants. So finance consultation groups has so many customers, so they are filtered. Similarly, you have multiple. You can also select by invoices, estimates, contains estimates by status tab. So for example, if in case you have linked an estimate to this particular customer, and if that estimate is under draft, then you can click on it and you can filter them. Similarly for projects, proposals, contact types, and responsible as well. So this is where you go ahead and you filter these contacts. Now you also can go ahead and click on any of the particular customer. Let's say, for example, if you want to view DQ investments, all you need to do is click on it and it will take you inside that particular customer. You can see all the customer details over here like name, phone number, city, address, website, etc., which group they belong to, and all these details. And at the same time, you have all the information on the left. For example, contacts, the contacts under this particular customer, and many more. This I will be explaining you at the end of the video. Now let me go back to the customer section. Now first, let me explain you how can I go ahead and add a new customer. All you need to do is click on this new customer button. Once you click on it, it will ask you to enter all the details. Now let me add some sample content. Once you have added all the details, you do have this group section as well. So either you can select the existing groups which are already available over here, or you can directly click on this plus icon to create a new group. Now, for example, I can go ahead and add a new group. So once I click on the save button, automatically this group is created. So you can either select one group or you can also make a customer be part of multiple groups as well. So once all these details are added, you can also go to the shipping and billing section where you can add all the information about their billing address and shipping address as well. So you can either add a new one or you can directly go ahead and copy the same. Once you have added the billing address, you can also go to shipping address and you can just click this button, copy billing address, and automatically it is going to take the same address. Similarly, for billing address also, you can click on the same as customer info and automatically it is going to come over here. Now, once this is done, all you need to do is click on the save and create contact. Now that you have added the customer, you also need to add a contact information. For example, who is the person who is coordinating under this particular company name? So let me go ahead and add a name. Once you have added the details, you also need to set a password. This is very important because, as mentioned previously, with the help of altraCRM, all your customers can also get a dashboard access of this particular tool. Let's say, for example, Squadway Technology is one of your customer. They can access all the details, such as we will be showcasing you down over here. As you can see, invoices, estimates, contracts, proposals. So all these features are readily available under altraCRM. So let's say if in case you're raising an invoice for this particular customer, Squadway Technologies, then all you need to do is you need to keep this active so that this particular contact can log into the dashboard and they can access invoice. Similarly, this particular contact can also log into all the different features over here. So if in case you're sharing an estimate with the customer, they can access it via their dashboard. Tickets, proposals, contracts, projects, and also whether you want to send them email notification. Whenever you have created an invoice, you have tagged this particular customer and contact, then an email notification will go once you create an invoice. So this is how you can set permissions for your particular customer or for your particular contact. Now, if in case you wish to disable this, all you need to do is click on these icons or toggle button, and automatically you can disable all these things. So whichever feature you want to provide them access with, all you need to do is select them and automatically they will have the access. So for this reason, setting a password becomes very important for them to get to the dashboard. Now I have attached this particular contact as a primary contact. Why primary contact is because you can also create multiple contacts and you can give them access as well under the particular dashboard. Now, once it's all created, all you need to do is click on the save button. Now, as you can see, this particular contact is created. Similarly, you can also go ahead, click on new contact, and you can create multiple contacts for this particular company. Now, for this contact, you can also go ahead and you can reduce access under their dashboard for particular features. So that way, let's say Ryan Parker, if he is the operations head, then he can have access to all the particular features that you want to share it with this customer. If you're creating a new contact for that particular contact, you might just refrain from giving all the access. Probably you might give access to invoices or to proposals such way. So this way you can limit the access under the customer's contacts one by one. All you need to do is create new contacts and set the limitations. So this is how you create a new customer. Now let me go to the customer section. As you can see, the 43rd name is Squadway Technologies, where this particular customer has been created. Now this is how you create a new customer individually. So adding and importing customers. So adding has been showcased. Now let me explain you how to import new customers. Now all you need to do to import new customer is click on this particular button, import customers. Once you click on it, it is going to take you to this particular screen wherein you can see all the information given over here. In order to import a customer, you need to have a CSV file wherein you need to have all the data of the customer in that particular file. So in this, you don't have a limitation of just uploading one customer at a time. You can even upload 50 or 100 customers also as one CSV sheet, and then automatically all the customers will come and fall on your dashboard immediately. So for that, what you need to do is you can just go ahead and click on download sample. As you can see, the sample file is downloaded. Let me open the sample file. As you can see, this is the sample file. Now all you need to do is go to each and every section and add details. So you can add their first name, last name, email, contact, position, company, address. Once all these details are added, all you need to do is duplicate the same. Let me go ahead and create another one. So you can have any number of contacts added in this particular CSV format. Once you have added them all you need to do is save this file and go back to the dashboard. In this dashboard, all you need to do is choose file and you can upload the CSV file right over here. It will automatically take it from your desktop. So once the file is uploaded, now all you can do, you can just go click on this group icon. So you can mark them under which particular group would you wish to mark all the customers. So let's say, for example, I want to choose marketing consultation and process consultation. So similarly, you can also click on the plus icon and you can add a new group over here itself. So once you have added the group, you need to set a default password for all contacts. Like explained, this password is important for them to access their dashboard. So once you add them, all you need to do is click on import, and automatically this particular CSV file will get imported, and you can find all the customer data directly come and fall under the customer section. So this is where all the customers will be showcased once you import them as well. So in order to create a new customer individually, you need to click on the new customer button. If in case you want to bulk import, all you need to do is click on the import customers and follow the method which has been explained under import customer section. Now this is how you add and import new customers to the dashboard. This has been completed. Now next is customer dashboard. Once you create this, you will have to share the username and password to your customer contact, and automatically an email can also be triggered while you're creating a new customer and a new contact. So under that email, all they need to do is they need to click on the link, and once they get the link, they need to add their username and password, for example. Now let me go to one of the particular customer or what we have already created. Let me go to contacts. In this, we have created a contact, Ryan Parker. So for Ryan Parker, the username is going to be his email ID and the password is what we had previously set. So once you provide them the email ID and the password, all they need to do is click on the link which they would have got under their email, and they can log in to this particular dashboard. Now let me showcase you a sample of how the customer dashboard is going to look like. For sample purpose, you can also click on the company name right over here, and you can click on login as a client. So once you do this, you can see how this particular contact can access and see your dashboard. So all you need to do is click on this button. This is how the customer's dashboard is going to look like once they log in. It will have your company logo. You can add the logo under the settings option. We have already showcased it in our couple of videos. There is also an announcement which has been made. So this announcement is also been explained previously on how to make an announcement. And you also have features over here. For example, knowledge base, projects, invoices, contracts, estimates, proposals, tickets, etc. So this is where each of your customer can access their dashboard. Now let me showcase you a sample of an existing dashboard. So here I'm going to go to DQ Investments. I'm going to click on this button where I can log in as a client. As you can see, this is the DQ Investments dashboard. Now you can see quick summary of how many projects are there, one project in progress, how many else, and then you can also see quick invoices info, view account statements. Now once I click on it, it will take you to your account statements. For example, you can select which particular month, week, last year. You can click on all the buttons over here and it is going to give you a statement, beginning balance, invoice raised, and all the information. You can also print by clicking on this button. You can also view as a PDF and download them as well. Now let me go to knowledge base. So the knowledge base that you have created under your altraCRM dashboard can be accessed by the customers over here. This depends on whether you have given them permission to access it or not. So let me click on one of the article. As you can see, this is an article under EMP process group. So this is where they can go through all the articles that you have shared via knowledge base. Now let me go check a project. As you can see, there is a particular project which is connected to DQ Investments. You can see the start date, deadline, billing type, and status. You can click on this particular project. Once you click on the project, you can see all the information related to the projects. How many tasks are there? What are the days left? How many members are associated with your project? Description, and also quick overview of the billing type, the total cost, status, and many more. You can also click on each of these. Let's say, for example, tasks. How many tasks are involved with this particular project? You can check over here. You can check the timesheets. You can check the milestones. So these information need to be set under the project section by the people who are managing this project. Only then the customer can access them. You can see the milestones over here. You can also click on the files to get access to the files. You can see there is a file attached. You can also drop a new file over here. upload them. You can see the discussion if any discussion is running. You can see the Gantt chart. Gantt chart is basically for the timelines. Tickets, if any tickets are raised with respect to this particular project. You can also create a new ticket by clicking on open ticket. You can add the subject line. You can add which department you would like to raise a ticket. Let's say, for example, you haven't received an invoice. You can just mark the finance team, invoice pending. You can set a priority. What service is it related to? Let's say, for example, you're accessing their business process improvement service, then ticket body. I am here to receive the payment invoice. You can also attach files if you have any, and then click on save. As you can see, the ticket has been successfully opened. So people can also add a reply on their ticketing section under the altraCRM, and you can also reply it over here. So this is how tickets work. Now let me go to invoices. You can see the invoices that have been raised as a customer. You can also click on each and every invoice. You can see the invoice details over here. You can either download, you can go back to portal. You can see the other invoices as well. Now let me go to contracts. You can see the contract that has been created. It has not been signed. You can also click on this particular contract. You can either download the contract or you can go back to portal. You can see the details as well. Now similarly, you can go to estimates. The estimate that has been raised, you can see the status says expired. You can click on the estimate to see more details, or you can go back to the portal. Similarly, you can also go to proposals and tasks and access all the information. You also have a couple of other options over here which says files. Once you click on files, you can go ahead and you can add any files over here. At the same time, even the customer, or let's say the user of altraCRM, can go ahead and add files and you can access them right over here. Similarly, you also have calendars. Under calendars, you can see when were the invoices raised, when were the estimate raised, and all the details over here. You can also go by week, go by day, and also select by month. As you can see, this is the calendar that you can access on your customer dashboard. The customer can also click on this section where they can click on profile. In this, they can go ahead and add their image. They can also go ahead and change all the details, and they can also set notification right over here. They can also change the password. Initially, you would have set a default password. They can go ahead and change the password right over here. And you also have company details. In company details, you can go ahead and change all the information right over here. You also have announcements. As you can see, announcements are already here. You can also close an announcement by clicking on this X button. Once you close an announcement, you can also click on announcements to access them. You can click on any of the announcement that has been made. So while creating an announcement, a user on altraCRM can set announcements either for their internal team or for their customers or for both. If in case it's for customers or it's for both, then your customers who are accessing the altraCRM dashboard can also view those right over here. Let me go back to the dashboard now. This is how the dashboard for an end customer looks like. So customer dashboard has been successfully explained. Now, customer section summary. Let me exit from this particular dashboard. Now, once you come back to the customer section, you have all the customers listed over here. So if you go click on any of the customers, you can click on the view button. In this, as showcased, you can change the customer details, billing and shipping, customer admins, and etc. At the same time, on the left, you have rest of the information over here. This is a place where you can access all the details related to this customer. Let's say you want to see how many contacts are there under this customer. All you need to do is click on the contacts. You can see the contacts here. And like explained previously, you can also click on the new contact and you can add a new contact information right over here. Now let me quickly add and showcase. You can go ahead and set permissions to this particular contact, whether this contact needs access for all or no. Let me save them. As you can see, A new contact has been successfully added. Now the next section is notes. If you wish to add any particular note about this customer, this is where you can access new notes. So let me click on new notes. Let me add a particular note. Now once I've added the description, all I need to do is click on save button. As you can see, the description has been added. Now let me go to statements. Now under statements, you can access all the information related to the account summary, whether you want to filter by month, by period. Let's say even if in case you want to click particular days, you can do that as well. Or you can also click particular years, last year, this year, and many more. You can see all the information related to the invoices, the payments made, and you can also print it or view as PDF or send it as an email as well. This is the statement section. Next is invoices. Once you come to invoices, in this section, you can see how many invoices have been linked to this particular customer. As you know, altraCRM provides you all the options of creating proposals, estimates, invoices, and link it to a customer. So once you do that, all the information related to this particular customer will all be showcased over here. So you can either see the invoices by clicking on view button, or you can even edit them. You can also create a new invoice by clicking on this button. This will take you to the new invoice section. Now, as you can see, automatically the customer information has been taken. You can now select the project and you can add all the details. How to create an invoice has been showcased in our other videos. Let me go back to the customer section. Now you can also download all these invoices by clicking on this export option by Excel, CSV, PDF or print. At the same time, you can also zip all the invoices over here. As you can see, you can, depending on the status, which particular status you want, or all, from date and end date. Now let me go ahead and select entire year and from October and then till current date. I can click on the save button. This will automatically lets you download as a zip file of all the invoices. Let me click on the payments. Under payments, what all payments have been noted with respect to this particular DQ investments can be seen over here. You can just click on view button or you can also delete them right over here. Now you can see the payment. So this has already been noted. So you can just come over here and check more information about the payment received. You can also download the zip file by clicking on this button. Just like showcased, you can select the particular status and from start date and end date. Then proposals. This is where all the proposals that has been created and tagged under DQ investments will be visible. You can just click on any of the view proposal or you can edit them to check the proposal. You can also create new proposal right over here. You also have sync data. Now, once you click on it, let's say you have created multiple proposals, and if there is some information change with respect to their address, city, state, PIN code, phone number, etc., all you need to do is come and add those information over here and click on the sync button. Once you do that, automatically all the proposals existing and the new ones automatically will have all the new information synced to it. This is what sync data does. Now, similarly, credit notes. This is where if in case a credit note needs to be created for this particular customer will be showcased here. You can also go ahead and click on new credit note and create one here. You can add all the information to create a new credit note. Next, you have estimates. Estimates connected to this particular customer will be showcased here. Also, please do note this is with respect to this particular year. You can also select both the years and you can see all the other invoices or other estimates as well. You can create a new estimate or you can also zip and download these estimates as well. You can similarly click on view or click on any of the estimates over here to get more information on the estimate. Subscription. So if you need to create any subscription for this particular customer, you can do it by click on new subscription right over here. Or if you have already created, the subscription will be showcased under this. Now once you click on it, it will ask you to set this particular subscription. So you need to select the billing plan. Once you connect your payment gateway, you can go ahead and do that. Your first billing date, let's say for example, from when to when do you want the subscription to initiate? That you can set over here. You can also set the subscription name, description, select this particular customer or any customer, tax and terms and conditions. This is how you create a subscription. This has already been explained in our other video. So for more details, you can access our knowledge base to get more information on the features as well. Similarly, you have expenses. You can see all the expenses that are recorded over here. You can also record a new expense for this particular customer by clicking on record expense. You can also view, edit and delete, or click on this over here to check more details on this expense. You have contracts. Existing contracts can be viewed or new contracts can be created here. You also have projects. All the projects synced to this particular customer can be viewed over here. You can also create a new project by clicking on this button. You can see the tasks related to this particular customer. You can see the task related to, you can select these checkboxes. So any task related to these can be all viewed over here. So if in case you specifically want to only check on one particular detail, you can do that. Let's say, for example, this particular customer, and you want to check only related to project, you just need to uncheck everything and leave the project, and then you can see the task there. You can also create a new task by clicking on this button. This is where you create a new task. You also have tickets. This is where all the existing tickets can be viewed. You can also create a new ticket. Files. So all the files that you want to add or list under this customer can be added over here. You can drop these files. You also have an option whether to show it to customers or no. If you toggle this button, then automatically this particular file that you have added can also be accessed by the end customer once they log into their dashboard. You can also drop new files, and you also have an option to email them. Vault. Vault is a section where you can add details or, let's say, login information of this particular customer. In order to add one, you can click on New Vault Entry. Now you can set the server address, their port, their username, password, and short description. So this is where you access, or let's say you store information about their usernames and passwords. If in case, let's say this particular DQ investments have shared their Facebook access, or let's say any of their particular tools access, or their new email access, you can come over here and you can save them all under this particular section. Let's say even if DQ investments have given you their Dropbox access, you can add their server name, port, username, password, short description, and you can save it for your internal team's purpose. So this is basically works like a vault for all the username and passwords that your customers have shared. You also have an option visible to all staff who have access to this customer, visible only to administrators, visible only to me, which doesn't include the administrator. You have this option as well. This is basically the vault option. You can save all the login access that have been shared by the end customer, or let's say if you have created a particular login access for a customer, whether it's related to Dropbox or any third-party tools, you can all save the data right over here. Next is reminders. You can access all the reminders over here, or you can also click on set reminder to set a new one. Let's say, for example, for 18th of February, you need to remind John Rupert to call the customer. So send also an email for this reminder. You can click on this and an email will be sent to John Rupert to his registered email ID. This is how you set a reminder. As you can see, a reminder has been successfully set. Now, last is map. This is where you can set the map access of this particular customer. You can add their latitude and longitude and you can save it. So the customer's Google app or customer's office location or any particular location can be set over here under the map section. So this is basically the customer section where you can get all the information about any particular customer. So starting from their profile details to their notes to all the features that you are accessing and you are tagging this customer, all the information can be viewed over here. In order to come to this section, all you need to do is go to the customers and contacts and click on any particular customer. Once you do that, you get access to all their information at one place. So even if you have created an invoice or an estimate or a credit note or subscription or project, and if you have tagged this customer, it will all be visible under one particular section itself. So you don't need to go in search of a particular project or a particular task in order to get all the information related to this customer. It will all be available right over here. So we have successfully explained you customer section summary as well. So customer section summary, as explained, it has all these information that has been showcased over here. So contacts, notes, statements, till map, all these have been explained successfully, which are present over here. And this also concludes customer section summary explanation. If you still have issues with these features, reach out to our chat support on our website and we'll be happy to help you further. Thanks for watching.